Hey guys,
Hey.
we just wanted to get on here and share with you guys about what's been going on over the last 2 months since we've landed here. Do a video update this time, and share about what God's been doing on in the house and all around us, and through ministry and through us, and with some of the missionaries that are already here and how they've been so loving and helping us get settled in. And so we landed September 1st, as you know, if you're following, and we hit the ground running. We landed here, and thanks be to God, we already had a home to come to, and we were able to move all our stuff in that night, all our stuff, our boxes and things, and and so you want to tell them a little bit about that?
Yeah, so when we arrived, we got here, we had luggage in hand, and in the house we had some mattresses still in plastic. Thank you for another missionary who went and got those. And then we had a refrigerator. It was empty, but thank you for another missionary who sold us a fridge and had it delivered. But the rest of the house was empty. There was no couches, there was no kitchen table, nothing. We had to slowly add that in. And so over time, we were able to go and get those things and really make the house feel more like a home, not just a place to stay.
Yeah. So and it's encouraging to look around and see the kids being able to relax after school, and you after serving at the school all day, and things like that. And so it's really nice to be able to come home and spend time together in a comfortable way. And so other things that's been happening, and if you don't know, we moved into what is called the Envy Chapel. And so every Thursday and Sunday afternoon, there is people who come in from the community. Thursday night's Bible study with young men who play baseball. And we sit around a table, and a missionary family here and a couple other people have been pouring into them long before we got here. And they've been walking through the book of John together and talking about the crucifixion, and talking about the different prophecies that were foretold before the crucifixion, and how that proves that Christ was the Messiah and how he was the one to come. And so it's really neat to watch that. It's all in Spanish, and so we sit around and work on our Spanish together and learn and listen and grow. And so that's kind of our small group on Thursday nights. And then Sunday night, we have church here, and it's in the garage, and we set up chairs, and Brittany and I make coffee and kind of get things ready, and everybody comes in, and we share a snack if there's a snack or something like that. We worship together. A team will come in and worship from the main church, which is IBIM, and we also have someone who gives the word that night. It's either Brother Doug or Brother Andre or Jason, and praise be the Lord. He's asked me to give the word this Sunday, so be praying for that as I'll share my first message in Spanish. A little shaky, but here we go. We got to start somewhere. So excited about that.
Yeah, and the children have Sunday school here with the local kids in the neighborhood, and it's all in Spanish. And so they're getting to experience cultural kids in this neighborhood and hear their Spanish and try to understand it. And they're doing really good.
Yeah. And other ministry been going on. Caleb started basketball. Funny thing, because he's never played basketball.
And he said he wasn't going to.
Yeah, said he wasn't going to. Never played baseball and things like that. We've always been a jiu-jitsu family, as you know. And so it's cool to watch him embrace ministry, see an open door and walk into it. And believe it or not, he is having a blast. He's excited to go. It's a ministry similar to Upward. And so we share Bible study. We share different practices, different things on how to play basketball, and at the end someone shares the word. And so it's been cool to see. We're thankful. There's a family here, they're the Rainies, and they kind of head this up, and they do an awesome job. And so I want to give them a shout out, because it's very organized and very fun, and because it is, it makes it fun to serve alongside of them and be able to do that together as a family. And so me and Caleb's kind of been doing that. Brittany, you want to share about the school?
So at the school, I have been bouncing around between elementary and high school with substituting, but I'm also in the office helping file paperwork and organize things. And there has been a lot of really fast Dominican Spanish all around me all day long. Little by little, I'm kind of getting used to it, picking up a word here and there, but sometimes I'm just like, wait, what?
Yeah.
But serving in a substituting position has been something that I used to say I was not going to do, but here I am.
But God.
And it's really been joyful to watch these students. I walk in the room and they all start smiling and they all know my name and they give me hugs all throughout the day, and I teach the curriculum that the teacher has set out and organized and ready for me to give the lesson on, maybe fourth grade English and
even some Cajun words sometimes.
Oh yeah, taught them lanya. Hope I said it right.
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. Yeah, it's been a joy to watch God grow you in that way. We all come in here with things in mind of what we want to do and how we want to serve, but as you get here, you find He changes that day by day. For me, serving on the Vision Land daily, I try to go out there Tuesday through Friday and serve for a few hours a day. And a lot of times that's cutting grass or maintaining the equipment or fixing some plumbing because a team's coming in the villa. Then just anything that we can do to help make transition easy for teams coming in and out, help take care of what God's given us to use for ministry, all these beautiful tools here in this country. And so, yeah, it's hot. It is very hot out there, but maybe God's been training me for that in the shipyard for 20 years, working on hot deck barges. And so I'm just thankful that the heat is not the hardest factor there. The heat is not the hardest factor there. And so blessed to be able to serve in that. Big praise. We asked for a vehicle. We asked for prayer for a vehicle. And you guys really came through. God used you to bless us so much. And so we came here, we thought we had enough, and then we learned we didn't. And so when we asked, we had a wonderful, awesome family give us the majority of all of what we asked for, and others also stepped up. And so we had a little extra to be able to get a vehicle very reliable. And we bought a truck and we use it every day, and we're thankful. And every time we start it, we are reminded that God provides for His people, and that He opens the eyes of others so that they see the needs. And so together we are doing this, and you guys are with us, and we're so thankful for taking care of us in that way. And so praises for that, the provision, praises that our children are transitioning well.
Yeah.
We haven't talked much about them. They're doing really well in school.
They seem to be doing really well. They come home with smiles and excitement and talking about their friends and their teachers. And some of the classes are hard because they are in Spanish, and it's not quite the level of Spanish that they were prepared for, but they're still getting good grades.
Amen.
They have between 70s and 90s and mostly 80s and 90s on their grades so far.
Yeah. Spanish class itself has been hard, but the other subjects in Spanish have a lot of grace. But the Spanish subject itself, knowing the grammar and things, those grades hasn't been the best. But the school doesn't expect them to do super well. We don't expect them to do super well. So we're not putting unnecessary expectations on them. We're just encouraging and praying them through it. And we know next year, this won't be a problem.
Yeah.
Their Spanish will grow so fast. And so, well, that's the update of what's been going on and how we've been serving here over the last 2 months and just getting transitioned in and plugged into the ministry. We know that God is going to continue to open our eyes to what's going on around, where He is working, and we pray that we can be obedient to join into that. And again, we're thankful for you guys, for all the provision, for all the help, for all the prayer, for all the phone calls, for all the love that you guys shared with us. And we hope that this gives you some encouragement to know that your investment is bringing God's kingdom forward here in the Dominican Republic. And so thank you for all your love.
Thank you.